Hi there and welcome. My name is Bertie Leroux. I'm a transformation coach, a thought leading mentor, international speaker and author. And I'm passionate about people development. Today I want to expand on the series of talks we're going to have around invisible versus invincible. And just to clarify my definition of what I see as being invincible, I want to talk to you about a guiding light, the lighthouse, as a metaphor for personal invincibility. You'll ask me now, Bertie, where does it come from? As a co-host on Platinum Gold Radio, I once sat in Cape Agulhas, which is a little town in the southernmost tip of Africa. In actual fact, where the Indian and the Atlantic Ocean meet up. And I was sitting there on a dune, getting ready for signing on, and I was looking over the ocean. And the concept of invisible versus invincible came to me, because every time and every day we were on Tuesdays and Tuesday mornings at 10. We never ever research any subject or whatever. We just spoke off the cuff about work-life balance. And that day we spoke about this difference, because again, the many questions we got on the radio station about identity. People struggling with identity because we always believe somebody else is perfect. Those that I see is perfect, and I wish and I desire what I have. If I've got straight hair, I desire curly hair. If I've got blue eyes, I want brown eyes. If I've got an athletic body, I prefer to be a little bit more in shape. So we desire what we see instead of start creating and start loving ourselves. We'll cover self-love at the later stage. So as a metaphor, I was using the lighthouse. And nothing can bring me closer to defining invincibility. Because the role of the lighthouse is exactly that. It is built to be exactly that. And so many people at the end of the day can say, I owe my life to a lighthouse. Over the years, the lighthouse therefore stood steadfast in that position. So I want you to just think about, just close your eyes or just spend a minute and think about a lighthouse, the last one you saw, where it's positioned, what it looks like, how tall it is, how fat it is in terms of its structure, how clear its light would be at night, and you've seen it at night flashing around again. And once you've got that picture of that lighthouse, think about the possible worst storm you've ever seen or experienced and can imagine hitting this lighthouse, with waves breaking up to the glass at top sometimes, the most terrible storms. But it stands steadfast. It is absolutely, by definition, invincible. I cannot remember in my short life that I've ever heard of a lighthouse that suffered a fate and broke because the waves and the storms were too tough. I know about our lighthouses that have been moved. Phenomenal. That was quite impressive. I watched it on TV, how they moved a whole lighthouse, solid state, a couple of meters away, because the cliff was starting to wash away. But that is when, therefore, when you go back to me and we think about it, I want you to understand, when I talk about invincible, I talk about exactly that. Because the moment you move from invisible to invincible, that is where you're going to get your solace, to be able to say to people and to say to yourself, I am as strong as a lighthouse. I'm not going to accept what is happening to me now. I will be able to weather the storm, irrespective. Okay, so understand that, and then you understand also the contribution you can make to others. Because the moment you become strong, and your belief in yourself is like the lighthouse, unwavering, you will start drawing people to you that, on the one hand, think like you, and therefore will be passionately wanting to be associated with you. And you also draw other people that is in that category that we call being invisible. Nobody recognizes them, nobody knows they're there, but inwardly they also desire to be seen. They may sometimes put their hand halfway up, not all the way up, when the opportunity knocks. Because that is the position that I wish for you. In your personal life, whether it's your social life, your love life, doesn't matter. And even your work life. You deserve that. And the sooner you get there, the better. I mean, as I said, we are born unique. The problem is only that we're born into a society. We are born into structures. We are born into school systems that we have to go through. And all of them try to box you in. Because remember, if you are like everybody else, it's so much easier to manage you. So much easier for me as a teacher to teach you. I have to have one syllabus and one approach. Until one day I, as a teacher or as a parent, a mother or father, understand that little Johnny or Mary is different, unique. Okay? So that is so crucial. And that's a foundation of building a life based on uniqueness. We've both spoken about identity. Authentic identity that defines you. Nobody else. Don't be like somebody else. Be the authentic you. Nobody else can be that. Okay? So as we go through all these talks, I want to go back and say, irrespective of the storms, you can weather those storms. Because it was built to withstand all those storms. And you the same, were born to stand out and not to fit in. Okay? So I want you to think about your commitment and how I can reflect your resilience, your unwavering commitment to become that authentic self. Okay? Like that lighthouse, once it gets, you can always see that beam to be that what you need, symbolizing the endurance and stability. In conclusion, I just want to say that again, because we're going to come back on that over and over again. You know, your personal invincibility is what is most important. And it's up to you as a coach. Understand that is my role as a coach. We grow up through schools with sport coaches. We don't have coaches to help us mold our future. In other words, help us to build that foundation on which we build brick by brick this invincible lighthouse, this invincible Bertie, Mary, Johnny. Understand, throughout times we do that. So embody the strength and the resilience of that lighthouse in facing life's challenges. If it knocks you down, and we often get knocked down, you get up. Because you know you're stronger than what has challenged you. You're stronger than the storm. Tomorrow the storm will not be there. Beautiful blue sky, sunny day. You carry no scars. You look the way you did before the storm hit. And every storm and after, you are perfect. Okay? So my dear friends, understand the concept of you being invincible, and stop considering and seeing yourself as invisible. But understand that the action starts with you. There is no lighthouse that covers its face anytime, anywhere. So if you stay in your house, if you stay invisible, and that's comfortable in being that, because you've got some excuses to say, that's me, I'm being bullied, and I have been marginalized, and I've been ignored. If you accept it, correct, you will be invisible and you'll stay invincible. But I don't see you there. Go look in the mirror. See the greatness and understand you can be like that lighthouse. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your attention, and do follow me on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Goodbye for now.